Welcome to Witchcraft and Wrinkle Cream, the podcast where skin rituals become soul rituals and self-love becomes a sacred rebellion. I'm Ashley Branham, licensed esthetician, skin witch, and your high priestess of the Glow Coven. Together, we're unlearning perfection, embracing sensuality, aging with power, and reclaiming our confidence, the kind that got buried under beauty culture bullshit. Here, we're shedding shame and learning to love the skin we're in at every age and every stage. So light a candle, pour your potion, and let's begin the ritual. Hey friends, it's been a minute, and by a minute, I mean a full-on season of going dark, going silent, going inward, a dark night of the soul, if you will. If you are new here, welcome. I'm Ashley Branham, your friendly neighborhood skin witch, licensed esthetician, and ritual-loving skincare realist. This space, it's where science meets spirit, where we deconstruct skincare bullshit, and where we talk about what it actually means to feel safe and sexy in your skin. If you've been around since the early days, first of all, hello, thank you. Second of all, you might notice something is different. This is not a full rebrand. I'm not burning it all down and starting from scratch. It's more like I've shed a layer of skin that wasn't mine to carry. Before we dive in, I wanted to share a little bit about this podcast and why I'm starting it and kind of where I'm coming from. When I very first tried podcasting several years ago now, probably back in 2020, I think it was during COVID. I did not have a plan, no outline, no structure. I would literally just get inspired by a topic and hit record. And while sometimes the passion was there, the execution was definitely a mess. I'd ramble, lose my train of thought, veer off topic, and then feel so frustrated that I wouldn't even post it. I deleted more episodes than I ever shared. That really ate at my confidence. I started thinking I just wasn't meant for podcasting. But the truth is, I just needed to find a rhythm that worked for me, one that held space for the way that my brain works, chaotic, a little magical, definitely nonlinear, and gave me a little structure to move within. So now I've got a plan, or at least as much of a plan as someone with ADHD and a whimsical spirit can have. The name has changed. In fact, this is an entirely new podcast. I've deleted the entire old podcast. The Lively Esthetician no longer exists. When I first disappeared from the public eye, I guess, I stopped posting on social media. It was not necessarily an intentional break. It was literally necessary for my survival. In the summer of 2023, I lost one of my brothers, and everything in me just stopped. I couldn't post on social media. I stopped marketing my business. I basically was able to exist and treat my clients, and that's about it. I needed to go dark for a while, but like all things in nature, the stillness was fertile. It was compost. I've been breaking down and regenerating. I used to hide behind clinical polish, somewhat clean branding, as clean, again, as someone with ADHD can make their branding. I tried to keep myself small and smile and always have a disclaimer, and that's just not me anymore. This space is shifting into something more real. I'm still a licensed esthetician, still a skincare nerd, but I'm also a skin witch. I work with energy cycles, herbs, the moon. I believe skincare is both science and ceremony. This is not a total rebrand. It's a rebirth, a remembering of who I've always been before I felt like I had to tone it down to be palatable, here in the Bible Belt. I've always been witchy. I've always worked with energy. I've always believed that skincare is more than just what you put on your face. It is a ritual. It is rhythm. It is remembrance. But I didn't always say that out loud. Because when you live in a place like Springfield, Missouri, or the Bible Belt, or run a business where you want people to trust your credentials, it feels easier to keep the woo-woo on the down low. You play nice, you stay safe, you tone it down. But something about grief, it strips everything away. It reminded me that life is way too short to keep hiding. So, this episode is my reintroduction or introduction. Still a licensed esthetician, still obsessed with skin health and barrier repair and biochemistry of glow, but also fully embracing the witch within, the spiritual, the intuitive, the wild and weird parts of me that were always there, just waiting for permission to come through. Let's take a moment to talk about snakes for a second. Snakes shed their skin to grow, and while it is a natural process, it is also an extremely vulnerable one. They go quiet, their vision gets cloudy, they're uncomfortable, but once that old skin comes off, they can truly shine. And humans, we do that too, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Your skin literally sheds itself every 28-ish days. You are made to renew. But here's the truth that nobody talks about. If you peel that layer before it's ready, if you force it, you will get damage. You'll rip the barrier, you bleed. Healing takes time, and sometimes it means going dark before you can glow again. If you're listening to this in your own season of stillness, I would like to offer a ritual. It is simple, but potent, and I would like to call it the shedding skin ritual. Step 1, you're going to set the space. Light a candle, burn some incense, or add a few drops of essential oil to a diffuser. Let the scent signal your nervous system that it is safe to soften. Step 2, double cleanse. Start with an oil cleanser to melt away your makeup or SPF or just the dirt that's collected on your skin throughout the day. Follow with a gentle creamy cleanser or a gentle foaming cleanser. And then step 3, apply an enzyme mask. Choose something gentle with papaya or pineapple. Apply slowly and intentionally. As the mask sets, settle in. Now you're going to do your mirror work. Sit with yourself. Look into the mirror, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what am I ready to release? Let the emotions come. If you need to cry, cry. Journal, exhale, scream into a pillow, whatever feels natural. Then you're going to rinse and release. Gently remove the enzyme mask with a warm washcloth. As you rinse, imagine you're physically washing away what no longer serves you. Then moisturize and seal in the good intentions. Apply your favorite nighttime moisturizer or CBD elixir. Massage it in and let it be your blessing. The last step is to thank yourself. Whisper something kind to your skin, to your body, to your soul. This is the sacred work that we are doing in this space. Before I close out this podcast, I wanted to pull a card for us, and I did shuffle and pull this before I started recording, and I wanted to cry when I saw what it was. We got the Wheel of Fortune card, and the deck that I used was the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sterrell. This is according to the guidebook. Life never stops moving forward. This golden wheel of fortune is all of life, with its many cycles of ups and downs. We set the alchemy of the entire world through the symbols of Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. each representing fire, water, air, and earth. There is mystery and the unknowable in the letters on the wheel, as we don't always know why things happen the way they do. But the cycle is what it is, whether we're at the radiant top or the abysmal bottom. Shit happens. It can feel like it doesn't make sense, it's unfair, or perhaps you're at the top and you just can't believe your good luck. And sometimes that's all it is, pure, dumb luck. It's your task to understand that when goodness comes, badness will inevitably follow, and vice versa. Just ride it out. Nothing lasts forever, not the good nor the bad. So take time to appreciate everything. And just my own little personal 2 cents. Yes, I did shuffle the deck, and this is the card that literally jumped out at me. That's how I prefer to shuffle when I'm reading. I don't like to just draw cards. I like to shuffle until one falls out, which usually doesn't take long because I have tiny hands and most decks are too big to fit. That sounded so bad, but I'm going to leave it in because that's just too funny. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of cycles. Usually when it comes up in a reading, it means that you are exactly where you need to be. You are on the right path. Whatever decision set you on this path was the right one. Good things are happening. Your fortunes are reversing. And just, it was so freaking perfect and poignant to me that it came up on this episode, the one where I'm talking about the ending of one cycle and the beginning of a new one. So yeah, that's just kind of confirmation for me that this is exactly where I need to be. And I hope that whatever came up for you, whether it's something you're struggling with, whether it's something that you haven't quite decided on yet, or whether you're second guessing if you made the right decision, babe, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Let's go! So yeah, this is me coming back, not polished, but real and ready. If this episode resonates with you, share it with someone in their own shedding season. Tag me on Instagram or shoot me a message at lively_aesthetics_. I would love to hear what you're releasing and who you are becoming. In the next episode, we are going to be talking about Mercury retrograde because that starts today. Funny thing, I'm starting a podcast on the first day of Mercury retrograde. Don't worry, I've been planning this for a couple weeks now and finally just got everything around and ready to sit down and record today. So hopefully Merc doesn't mess with me. But until then, love your skin and honor your cycles and never apologize for being too witchy to be basic. I love you. Bye.